everybody, and welcome back to the Unintangibles. My name is Mo Aurora, joined by Jeff Shawella. Hello, Jeff.
Hey Mo, how you doing?
I'm good. So we're just going to run through the games as fast as we can. And let's see how we feel about them. I have the website that Jeff always uses for his degenerate shit, and we're gonna go through that. Hey, I love the degenerates. Let's do you, boo. All right, so we're gonna go through the games, and Jeff, I want you to let me know real quick how you feel about all of them. First, we have on Saturday, we have Tennessee hosting Washington, favored by 10 with a total of 37. How do you feel about that?
Oh man, I think that spread. I feel like Tennessee is always good in the last 5 games of the year. Are they going to cover the 10 points at home? I think they will, man. I think Josh Johnson, the quarterback of the Redskins, I think because the total is so low at 37 points, I see the Titans winning this game like 17-7. I would still take the under, and I think the Titans will cover this game. I think Derrick Henry is good for at least 1 touchdown in this game.
Okay, so you're saying Tennessee to cover and the under? That's okay, because that's saying the line here and the spread, that's basically saying Tennessee's going to win 23-13.
Correct.
Will it be 24-13 or will it be 23-14? That's what you're betting on.
Yeah, I think it'll be like a 7
scoring than that.
Sorry,
you're saying it's going to be lower scoring than that, but also have a 10-point
Yeah, I think okay, well sure, I think they'll cover. So I'll say they'll win like 20-7 or something like that. I don't think the Redskins score more than 7 points. 10 tops.
Is there any possibility, or are you at all concerned that this just becomes a running back fest and both Derrick Henry and Adrian Peterson have like 220-yard days?
I don't see it. Not in Tennessee. I just don't see it. I think that the gas tank is almost on empty for Adrian Peterson, man.
Okay, so maybe that's just the fantasy fan of me that wants that to happen. You're probably right. I don't actually think it will. Okay. Next, we have Baltimore is on the road at the Chargers, and the Chargers are favored by 4.5 and with a total of 44.5. So that was a very confusing way of saying it. Let me say again. The Chargers are hosting the Ravens, favored by 4.5, total of 44.5.
Home favorites. Okay, so I think the Chargers cover. I think Lamar Jackson, the tests are getting tougher and tougher. I know the Baltimore defense can keep them involved in any game, but I think Melvin Gordon is coming back this week. I can see the Chargers winning by a touchdown, and I think Joey Bosa is starting to heat up a little bit. We predicted the Chargers beat the Chiefs last week. I think they keep it going. I think they're the best team in the AFC, and I think they beat the Ravens by 7. And I think they also do they go over this total of 44.5? I'd say maybe not. No.
I don't have any insight. I'm not a gambler. I have a hunch that Baltimore beats the Chargers this week.
Okay, nice. Okay,
if I were a gambler, I would take them to cover.
Nice. Okay.
So I guess I'll say cover and under. And if you're gonna gamble, don't listen to me. But I'll still tell you what I think.
We both like the under.
What's that?
We both like the under.
Yeah, under, I think, and I think Baltimore, because I just think, I don't know, maybe it's just history. I just think the Chargers as a team that wilts, and Baltimore as a team that overachieves. I don't know. Maybe I'm just letting reputation get to me. We'll see.
I think this is the year of the Chargers, man.
I hope so. I like the Chargers.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a little more invested in the Ravens in Week 16 in my finals than I want to be.
The fantasy aspect is coming out.
Okay, so if Lamar Jackson and Gus Edwards can go off, but the Chargers beat the Ravens, I'll take it. But I don't think that's going to happen, because if I did, I thought then I would take the over, which
I could think clearly. I could think clearer than you, because I have no fantasy aspect to this game at all, to this whole week. So.
Also, another reason why you can think clearer than me. But
all right, what's the next game?
All right. Another host, Dallas, hosting Tampa Bay, favored by 7 with a line of 46.5. What do you think?
I think Dallas wins, covers, and it's over. Because I think they will still score points, the Buccaneers, but I can see the Cowboys winning this game by like 10 points. Something like 25 or 24-14.
Well, that's an under. That would be an under.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, 24-14 is what? Yeah, I maybe even the Cowboys can put up some more points. I still see the over, actually.
So basically an over would be like a 27-20 win.
Yeah, maybe I even see like a 35-21.
35. What? I guess because Tampa's bad, but okay. I think they'll win. I think they'll cover. You know what? If they do, for the over to happen, that would mean that probably means a good week for Amari Cooper then, right? And Zeke, obviously Zeke. Oh, and of course, and Zeke. Yeah. Wait, are you saying that we're gonna get a monster Zeke game?
Yeah, I think so. I think definitely.
Yeah, why not, man? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, Dallas is going to cover this line for sure. Tampa was good on the road last week in Baltimore, but I think Dallas is just a little bit better on the offensive side of the ball right now. So
I don't think Baltimore has anyone as dangerous as Zeke, obviously, or Cooper. So
all right.
So New England hosting the Buffalo Bills, favored by a whopping 12.5 with a total of 45.
Bills cover the spread because I think Belichick, he can scheme against rookie quarterbacks, no problem, but the New England defense sucks, and it's harder to scheme against mobile quarterbacks who can move and run, and Allen is getting better and better at that every week, so I would bet the Bills to cover that spread, and I also see it being the under in this game because Tom Brady had a hard time moving the ball in Buffalo a few weeks ago. I know Cordero Patterson scored like a special teams touchdown in that game. I see the Bills not winning the game, but covering and the under in this game.
Yeah, I would say cover and under as well. Does New England's offense suck, though? They didn't just hold Pittsburgh to 17 points.
Yeah, they don't. They're just old, man.
Yeah. I don't like New England, but also isn't this one of those? I'm glad that was on video.
Well, I wasn't looking at you, so I didn't see the entire thing happen.
But if the camera caught me, then you're gonna get a nice little.
Wow. Okay.
I tried to have manners. We'll see what happens.
We'll bookmark that. All right. Next game.
Anyway, all that is to say, Buffalo to cover and the under. Okay. Carolina hosting the Falcons, favored by 4 for a total of 50.
The line just went from -8 to -4 because of the Cam news. I like the Falcons covering this game on the road. I think the Panthers are slowly going to quit. I mean, I know it's a divisional matchup. You probably disagree with me. I see this game being under because Matt Ryan still can't go crazy on the road. So I take in the under, but the Falcons will cover the spread.
50 does seem high. 50 does seem high. I think I'll take the under. I think the Falcons will cover as well.
Nice. Okay.
All right. Miami, favored at home by 4.5 over the Jacksonville Jaguars with a total of 39.
I don't know who's going to give up. These are two teams that just have mailed it in for the season. Like, who's going to outquit who?
Miami's still in the playoffs, aren't they?
Which is why I think the Dolphins will win this game. I think the Jags will cover because of their defense. It's the Battle of Florida, so maybe the Jags have something to play for. They want to play for state pride. I say the Jags cover, lose the game, and it's under.
I think Miami's going to roll them, man.
Okay.
I really do. Yeah, I think Miami covers. I don't know about the over, but I think Miami covers for sure.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that the totals for most of the games this week are very low, so scoring may be down this week. So
yeah, but I mean, I would say Miami to cover. I don't know if I don't know about the over under though, but okay. I also don't gamble. So anyway, Indianapolis hosting the New York Giants, favored by 9 over a total of 46.5.
I like the Giants to cover this game, especially if Odell Beckham is playing. Mm-hmm. I think all it takes is a couple Saquon big plays for the Giants to cover the spread. I don't know if Luck is going to throw for 4 or 5 touchdowns here. I see a lower scoring game for some weird reason, but I see the Giants covering the spread.
It's
pretty big spread.
Yeah, and the Giants have been showing up on the road. So even though they're not that great a team, they're competing. Um, nine's high. Indianapolis is a borderline playoff contender, and even though they've looked good at times, nine's a lot, especially against a team that's competing like the Giants with Barkley and Beck. Yeah, okay, yeah, I would say the Giants and 46.5.
I'm taking the under.
You're taking the under.
Yeah.
See, if I think the Giants are going to compete, then I think I would take the over.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad call, Mo. Maybe I'll switch that to the over then, but I don't think under 50 for sure.
So I guess what I'm saying is, yeah, okay. I'm glad that's with you. What I'm thinking is, if I like the Colts, I would take the under. If I like the Giants, I'll take the
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Philadelphia favored by 1 at home to Houston with a line with a total of 45.5.
Probably the hardest game to fix. It's a hard game to fix. It's a hard game to predict. I think the Eagles are inspired by Foles for some ridiculous reason. I don't understand why. I think it's a pick'em game, and I think the Eagles are going to win because their secondary, I believe, is getting healthier a little bit again. I'm not at all scared of the Houston running game, and I think the Eagles will just win this game. So, and the total, I think it's going to be the under. I think defense prevails in this game.
Yeah, I guess I'm confused. I have a hard time because maybe Philly's rounding into shape. They did just win the Super Bowl, so
they did.
They obviously have the talent and the experience that they could be rounding into shape and be a good team. Houston, despite their super long winning streak, I don't think they're that good.
No, their first round playoff exit for sure. And the Eagles just went into LA and beat the Rams convincingly too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They like.
I think that -1 is almost that's slow to react to Philadelphia. Then perhaps
I'm going to make a weird prediction here. Even though I don't know if this would happen, but I think Foles may be the starting quarterback of the New York Giants next year.
Oh man,
something's going to happen with Foles. He's not going to stay there forever as the backup. He's going to be on some crappy team's starting quarterback next year for sure.
I think I can understand why Philly would be willing to do that. I think the Giants would be absolute idiots to do that.
Well, they can be idiots, and they have been idiots. So look,
wait, but so Giants were to let's say acquire Foles and draft a rookie. Would that be it?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why they're saying Eli's going to play 1 or 2 more years. I don't see it, man. I don't see it happening. We'll talk about the Giants in the offseason.
Yeah. Anyway. So I think I agree with you. I think Philly wins this game. And yeah, Philly and the under, I'd probably say. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So next, our first road favorite, but the Minnesota Vikings are in Detroit, favored by 5.5 for a total of 43.5.
Detroit covers, loses, and over. I think there will be some fireworks in this game for some weird reason. I don't know why. Ever since they traded Golden Tate, they've had no offense. Carry-on is not playing. But I don't know, man. There's something wrong with the Vikings, and I don't know what it is, but they're not in Minnesota this week. They're in Detroit. I think Detroit will keep it close, like we know division rivalry games. So Detroit covers the over, but Minnesota still wins the game.
So like Minnesota wins by a field goal or something?
Yeah, exactly.
But you're saying over?
I say it over, and they win by a very cringy Dan Bailey field goal.
So for Minnesota to win by a field goal and for it to be over, you're looking at like a 24-21 kind of game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can see Kenny Golladay getting loose for a touchdown. Maybe Theo Riddick. I can see the Lions scoring a couple 2 or 3 touchdowns in the game. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so I agree with Detroit covering, and let's say Minnesota wins by a field goal. I'm trying to decide how I feel about over or under. I would think
it's easy to take the under, but I'm saying it's going to be I think the Lions defense is going to be good, and I think the Lions will have a lot of short fields to in field position for offense. That's why they're going to score.
But that doesn't sound like an over kind of game to me. That sounds like an under kind of game. Because if Detroit has good field position, that means Minnesota's turning the ball over.
Yeah, but the Lions
rather than like Dalvin Cook slowly running 150 yards.
I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to have the hardest time to put points on the board. So that's why I'm saying it'll be an over.
Okay, so you're saying it'll be a 24-21 game. The two good teams would have made it 38-35.
Yeah, I'm saying the Lions are going to score a few touchdowns because of turnovers. But
okay, I get you now. I get you. I'm trying to figure it out, right? So so you're saying Detroit and the over.
Yes.
Okay. New York Jets back at home, favored by 1 point, hosting the Green Bay Packers with a total of 44. The Jets favored over Green Bay.
Yeah.
Even if that's just because of home field, still.
It's not an upset technically, but I'm going to say the Jets win this game. I just think that not that they played Houston super tough last week. Actually, they did. They were with the Texans for a while. Aaron Jones is not there anymore. I think he's a big difference maker for the Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers is tired of 2018, and I think the Jets win this game by a field goal. So, yeah, I do think that the Jets win this game.
I think I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to do it in the most unintangible way you can. So, I think people are too high on Sam Darnold. I think he's fine. And people are so excited to anoint him. I have no idea why. He looks like a Chris Farley character. And I say that because 21 years ago today, Chris Farley passed away. R.I.P. Chris Farley. I love you. Sam Darnold, you're fine. And I think Aaron Rodgers, even in a tough year, Aaron Rodgers has a lot of pride. And even though the things that makes Aaron Rodgers special may be becoming less and less special as the NFL evolves. And I think the things that make, Pat Mahomes special or a Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, I think that's what's going to become special in a quarterback. And I think what makes Aaron Rodgers special might be going out of fashion. But Aaron Rodgers has a lot of pride, and he's still really, really, really good. And Sam Darnold is not Aaron Rodgers, nor will he ever be. And I think that Green Bay is going to beat the Jets because Aaron Rodgers, you're going to see the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Sam friggin' Darnold. And you might still get the under, though, because even a good Aaron Rodgers day just seems to, be worth fewer fantasy points. The last couple of years, a good Aaron Rodgers day has been 283 yards and 3 touchdowns. You're like, that's pretty good,
Quick question. Without giving me your explanation, why is Aaron Rodgers the number 2 quarterback drafted in fantasy next year? That's tough. Okay, let's move on. We'll figure that out.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll figure it out as we go on.
He will.
He will.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Right.
I agree.
Everybody's new favorite football team, the Cleveland Browns, at home to the Cincinnati Bengals, favored by 7 for a total of 45.5. What say you?
I say yes. I say the Browns win and cover. I think the Bengals are. I know they're playing blah 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 with pride. They played the Raiders last week. Let's be honest here for a second. Joe Mixon is not 100% healthy. They're down to Jeff Driscoll. The Browns are a feisty little team, and I think they're going to win and cover the spread. And the under, possibly.
Under 45.5. So, okay. So you're saying like a 21-14 kind of win.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's 35 points.
Yeah.
27-17 kind of win.
Yeah. Come on. No, you're excited about the Browns. We're all excited about the Browns.
We're all excited about the Browns. We love the Browns. The Browns are everyone's favorite team. That makes me wonder if the line's a point or so too high, but I don't know. Cincinnati, I don't think. Aren't all their receivers hurt? I don't know, man.
Yeah, I just think it's over, man. I think it's over in Cincinnati for the year. I think that they beat the Raiders, so who cares? They're playing the Browns. I think there's a new era of Battle of Ohio, and I think Cleveland's going to be winning that battle for the next few years for sure.
You know, I don't know if you remember this, but when we did our divisional previews that nobody watched, I said that Baltimore would win the AFC North, Pittsburgh would finish second and not look good doing it, and Cleveland would finish third, nipping at the heels of Pittsburgh.
You did. I think I'm pretty sure you did say that. Yeah.
That all may still happen.
It all may still happen. We will see. I think you had the Chiefs winning the AFC West, and I believe I went back and watched it. I believe I said the Chargers were going to win the division. So
that's true, which also may still happen. So we were both right to know how the AFC West would.
We're not off. We're not off. So
no, we should do a best of show, like just clips of like.
We should do a recap of how right or how wrong we were. But
literally, just grab old clips of us being right and post them in the off season and like strip away all of the stuff that we were wrong about because we don't know what we're talking about.
Pinpoint what we knew. We were right.
Sorry. We're almost done. So, LA Rams, another road favorite. The LA Rams on the road in Arizona, favored by 14 with a total of 47.5. What do you think?
I think the Cardinals covered this game, but not by much.
Okay.
I think the Rams defense is overrated personally. Mm-hmm. It looks like they're getting Chase Edmonds involved with David Johnson. It looks like Rosen may be getting a little more comfortable. I think Fitzgerald has a couple more games left. He might be retiring this year. I see the Cardinals covering this game. Are they going to over or under 47.5? Okay. Over. I just think that I think they cover. That's my thing for this game.
So I think if I hear you correctly, if the Rams are overrated and the Cardinals will cover, that means what? David Johnson will have a big week. You're saying, right?
Yeah, I can also see Chandler Jones having a big week. I just think that the team will be jacked up. They just saw the Rams lose to the Eagles, and I think they're at home. And Arizona is never an easy out at home, so I just think they're going to cover. That's all.
Fair enough. I think 14's high. 14's really high, and I haven't seen much of the Rams lately to make me want to take 14 points. But I'm with you in general about the Cardinals except for Rosen. And maybe it's just because I saw a particularly bad game of last week against the Falcons. But I don't know, man. Rosen, he really does look almost the part. When I see him, he's I don't know. He's seems like he's big enough and he's athletic enough and he's smart enough and he's he cares and he tries and he's coachable and he's it's almost there. It's just being a quarterback is that hard, and I don't for all of my talk about Mitch Trubisky, the results are there, but he's not great. Mitch Trubisky is a much better quarterback than Josh Rosen.
Yeah,
and Josh Rosen, I don't know, man. I don't I bet you Josh Rosen can carve out a career as a backup and a steady backup. I don't see a lot of, and also partly the coaching situation's a rough one. Arizona's coach might be a dead man walking kind of thing. I just there's no, I don't see any way that Rosen can play well enough for the Cardinals to be, look at that, the Cardinals, this is their big game of the year. I don't know.
I'm willing to give Rosen another year of development. I'm willing to give him some more time within the system. And I think if anything, sure, Trubisky may be better now. I don't know if he's that great, to be honest, yet. If anything, he's the one holding the Bears back.
Well, we'll get to that next. But anyway.
All right.
So, listen, man. Maybe Josh Rosen, give him another year. But I'm just saying, for this week, I don't see what of Josh Rosen could surprise me, But that's my only concern. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Speaking of Mitch Trubisky, Chicago Bears on the road, another road favorite by 4 in San Francisco for a total of 42.5. What do you think?
I think the Bears will end up covering this game. I think they win the game by under a touchdown, but they'll cover that spread. And I see it being a competitive game. Robbie Gould, the 49ers kicker, revenge game. But I can see Jordan Howard racking up some yards in this game. I think the Bears will steadily be leading this game, so I just think they're just going to run the ball. Allen Robinson may get his. I see the Bears winning, covering that spread. Sure.
Okay. So So wait, do you think over or under though? 42.5.
I say
24-20.
over. I say over.
Okay, so that's like a 24-20 win by the Bears. That would be them covering in the over.
Yeah, I see the over. I do see the over.
Okay. I mean, I can see that. I wouldn't stress it either way.
Yeah. I wouldn't make that bet on the total. I wouldn't, of all the bets.
San Francisco, it seems like for years now, they've been a really competitive, like out of contention December team, you know? That's like their whole thing is surprisingly good Decembers. But anyway.
I just see Nick Mullins against the Bears. That's all I'm looking at.
Oh, yeah. They're going to fold them in half, man. All right. So New Orleans is hosting Pittsburgh. And they're favored by 6 points with a line of 57, our biggest line of the week.
Game of the week, probably. And I have the Saints covering this game at home. I just do. Yeah. I think Pittsburgh, like we both believe that, like you said, they'd finish second, but not make it look good. I think it'll be a close game most of the way, but I think in the end, New Orleans is going to win this game by a touchdown or more. So I have the Saints winning, and I think we're going to have the over in this game. I think there will be some fireworks. I think, the Pittsburgh receivers will have some big splash moments. But I think in the end, the Saints will win this game. And I could see the Saints defense giving Ben fits in the fourth quarter, and they'll just pull away at the end.
So my question for you then, though, is based on what we saw from both teams in Week 15, what makes you think the Saints can cover a 6-point spread, and what makes you think both teams are going to score a lot of points?
It's a home team. It's a home game for the Saints. The Saints want to play better than they did last week, so they're going to want to rebound off that game. And they're just a professional football team coached by a great coach and a great quarterback. They're going to bounce back. And I don't think Pittsburgh is as for real as people may want them to be or think they are, but I think the Saints show their true colors in this game.
Okay, so that explains the spread, but what about the over, though? Because for the over to happen, that would have to mean Pittsburgh looking better this week, even in a loss, and they didn't have to.
Yeah. They'll put up some points, but they're going to lose.
It's a dome. Everyone's excited to be in New Orleans. It's a fun town. Nobody wants to be in Pittsburgh. I've been to Pittsburgh. I'm grateful for the opportunity to work there, but like even people who live in Pittsburgh are excited to get out of Pittsburgh. Everyone's excited to be in New Orleans.
Absolutely. Ben will get his, but he'll get flustered throughout the game a little bit. So
I'll take game of the week, though. That'll be fun. Another option for game of the week, it would be the Sunday night game, Kansas City on the road in Seattle, favored by 2.5 over the Seahawks with a line of 53.5.
Kansas City wins and covers. I think they're just a more elite team than the Seahawks are. I can see the Seahawks keeping it close, keeping the running game going, keeping Mahomes off the field. I don't know if Mahomes is going to have a huge fantasy game, in my opinion, because I don't know if his time of possession is going to be there. But Kansas City will win this game because when they are on the field, they're going to give the defense fits. So they win by 3 or more. So sure, over under, I say maybe under this game. It's quite a total.
So, okay, for that to happen then, for Kansas City to cover and for the under, that would mean Seattle having a very bad offensive game at home. That would mean
27-24.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay, that actually sounds exactly like a Kansas City win that could happen. I'll say this because I'm concerned because I think for Patrick Mahomes to win a close game over Russell Wilson would be pretty impressive. Like I would be less surprised by a 3-point Chiefs win than I would by a 10-point Chiefs win, if that makes sense. Like if the Chiefs are just that much better, fine. But like if it's like a close game, and for Mahomes to win and Wilson to lose at home, that'd be really impressive. And I'm really excited about Patrick Mahomes, but I think I would take.
Another level. Eventually, they're going to win the game because they're well coached, and they just have better personnel. I think in the end, than the Seahawks. Seahawks are a well balanced team, but there's a reason the Chiefs are favored on the road this week. So I just
okay. I think you're right. It's either you would take Kansas City and the over or Seattle and under, and I think I would take Kansas City in the over.
Mahomes is going to make some great plays. It doesn't mean he's going to have a huge fantasy week, but he's going to make some nice plays, and he's just going to be the difference why the Chiefs are going to cover this spread.
Yeah, I guess it's just a matter of, is this a week where Patrick Mahomes shows that he is the new and improved Russell Wilson, or is this the week where Patrick Mahomes learns a valuable lesson by playing Russell Wilson?
I don't think so. I think
on his way to becoming the new and improved Russell Wilson. Anyway,
win, in my opinion.
All right, and finally, maybe the least anticipated football game in the history of football. But at 8:15 on Christmas Eve, Denver is in Oakland, favored by 2.5 points for a total of 44. 44, that over-under, by the way, is how many people will watch the game. So what say you, Jeff?
This is, no one's going to be there. Broncos win and they cover. They're just a better team than the Raiders. I can see Phil Lindsay having a nice game. I can see a bunch of Broncos making some nice plays on defense. And that'll be it, man. We'll have some depressed Raider fans the next day on Christmas Day.
I'm going to say, and this is partly wishful thinking and storyline more than it is what I actually think will happen, but I think Oakland, it's their possibly Oakland finale, and they don't like the Broncos, and the Broncos aren't any good, and I think Oakland covers, wins, and give me the under. They're going to win a bad football game against another bad team.
All right, so that's your second Raider victory prediction. That's possible. I don't see it. But you were right last time.
The Broncos aren't good enough for me to be confident that won't happen.
Hey, the Broncos beat the Steelers a few weeks ago, and the Steelers beat the Raiders. So if that happened, the Broncos
Raiders beat the Steelers. Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but hey, I'm not going to go against your Oakland prediction. I got my side. I just don't think anyone's going to be watching that game, and that
doesn't matter. I won't even remember that I predicted it. We'll see.
Nice, man. Well, hey, good luck to everyone in week 16. Holy crap, man! This is going to be the last week. Things kind of mean something. So,
yeah, and you know what? Let's just hope that week 16 is a more interesting week than week 15 was, because if you think about it, New Orleans didn't score a lot of points. Pittsburgh, New England, the Rams, let's see better games, you know?
Yeah, hopefully the totals are low, but we'll see what happens. So
let's see a lot of overs.
I hope we get a lot of overs. For Christmas, we deserve it, man.
Yeah.
All right, cheers, man. Good luck.
Cheers, guys. Everybody enjoy week 16. I love you. Thank you for watching.